how's it going? This is a brand new episode of FTO Podcast, and like it's brand new and it's a little special in a way because we got like a brand new co-host a part of the show right now. Like that, he's been doing the social media thing for a good minute. He's been putting like all the different ideas of art and music into your ears and eyeballs, and I'm very happy to have this like be the main thing. Yeah, Tashi J is still gonna be here also doing like her what to check out. Not this episode, but like I want to give a warm welcome to Justin Blaze. Justin, thanks for doing this, man.
Hey man, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, man. I'm excited about this, and let's talk all things nerdy, geeky, and fun.
You see, I'm all here for that. And you know, since people are trying to get to know you, like you're one new co-host of this show right now. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What kind of nerd are you into? What kind of nerd are you? Like, you know, where you're from, things like that.
Okay, so my real name is Justin, and I hail from Washington D.C. and my
DMV?
my yep DMV all day, and my geekdom or my the things I'm into stem from comic books. I guess the root of it is in comic books, superhero stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
but I'm a millennial, so anime is a big part of my fandoms. So I love anime, but I'm also into like fantasy. I'm into movies. I'm a huge film buff. Um, so I could talk about Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin and that kind of stuff. So like I just love entertainment, and I'm an illustrator by trade. So I'm big into art and anything doing with art. I'm also a guitarist. You can see my
Mm-hmm.
guitar in the back. So I love music. As far as video games, I'm a big gamer. I love RPGs. JRPGs are my bag. I love Mario. Love Sonic. Love platformers. I play them all, and I'm a big fighting game guy. So I just it's a good time to be a fighting game guy. We have Street Fighter 6,
It
Mortal
is.
Kombat 1, Tekken 8. I mean, we're eating good. We're eating good. So so I mean, I love it all, man. I love learning new things. Right now I'm teaching myself how to animate. So look forward to probably seeing some animation coming from me soon. So that's and also I'm a teacher. I'm a high school teacher in the DC area. So that's what I do by day when I'm not being Spider-Man at night. So
You get the red on, so like you
yeah.
definitely fit the
Oh yeah.
bill.
This
You,
is for my Spider-Man video. I was told you I was working scripting a video, and I'm doing a video on and follow my YouTube, JustinBlaze Art on YouTube. I just got started, so go ahead and follow me there.
you're really having some fun on that YouTube, man. I feel like your followers really like having a good time,
Yeah,
like
they get
just
it's
exploring Justin. Yeah.
yeah, it's some engagement going on. It's pretty cool. And the video I want to do now is about Spider-Man, and then I want to do like a drawing of him at the end. But the crux of the video is like how I interpret Spider-Man's history in my way, like his
Okay.
overall legacy starting in the '60s onward, and I divide them into ages. The golden age of Spider-Man, the Bronze Age, the modern age is what we're in now, and I kind of split up. It's how I see it. How I kind of grew up with Spider-Man, and how I see him now. But yeah, it's cool. It's gonna
So
be cool.
is that one of your favorite superheroes? Is Spider-Man one of your favorite superheroes
Yeah,
out
yeah,
there? Since you're a big
yeah,
comic guy.
yeah. Spider-Man it's between Spider-Man and Batman, and
Yeah.
Spider-Man wins out a little bit just because he's a bit more relatable for me. Just a bit more. I'm
Yeah,
not.
just Marvel characters do that to you.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not quite a billionaire playboy. But
Not
but
not when you're awake. Not when you're
but
awake. No.
but I aspire. But look, that's DC heroes are aspirational, right?
Yeah.
And Marvel characters like who we actually are with some powers. But the DC characters are like what you want to be. Like you aspire to be them. You aspire to be as like optimistic as Superman. You aspire to be as driven as Batman, and you
Okay.
aspire to be as hot as Wonder Woman. So
See,
there you go.
I think one of them stands for a little bit more than just that, but I get what you're saying, my guy.
Nah, Wonder
So
Woman's awesome.
we got a jam packed show. Justin,
Yeah.
thank you for that introduction. And you wanted to start out like a story. I think we only gonna have one story for this episode, unless I just have one more to talk about. But I know like we got one major one that people have been talking about all week. I didn't get a chance to talk about it last
Yeah,
episode, but
yeah.
like Justin, tell us about the story you heard about.
So it's the uh please I'm gonna mess her name up. She's from the Queen's Gambit, and she was
Mm-hmm.
also in Euphoria, right? I believe.
I don't believe she was, but I know who you're talking about. Anna Taylor-Joy, right?
Yeah, she's everywhere now. But
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya
Sorry, yeah.
Taylor-Joy. Yeah, it wasn't you first one of those shows though, right? And she's been hinted to being cast in the Fantastic Four, but not as Miss, Invisible Girl, which that's an obvious casting. She would be a good Invisible Girl, but like is a villain, and the villain of the movie, they're doing Galactus, so like if she's gonna be a
Right.
villain, then she would be his herald. And who's to say? Like people freaked out and was like, it's gonna be, they're making silver, they're gender bending, which I for one and I for one don't care about that. But who's to say it's even gonna be Silver Surfer? Galactus has had several heralds. You know what I mean?
Is
Um,
is is that the word in the grapevine? Is that like Jay? She will possibly be the Silver Surfer. Is that what
yeah,
it is?
yeah, yeah. That's the
Because
that's
there
the
was rumors about that
yeah,
like 2 weeks before about how like the Silver Surfer may be a woman, right?
yeah.
Right. But
So you know,
go on.
well, I just when I first heard it, I had a gut, comic book reaction because like I love Silver Surfer. I think he's awesome. His design and everything, right? And I just would love to see him. But we have seen it. We've seen him
We have
before.
seen him
Yeah,
with
on
the
screen.
voice of Lawrence
Right,
Fishburne.
right, right. And
Yeah.
I guess people want to see him in like a good movie, right? And so like,
That's
but
fair.
but with that being said, once I like mulled over it a little bit, I'm like, yo, like Norrin Red, like or Silver Surfer or whatever, like he's not gender specific.
No,
His plight,
Norred is a cosmic being.
his
Yeah.
plight, his plight. I mean, even when he was human, his plight is something that is not gender specific. He's trying to save his
No.
world. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Even if he had a love interest, which I think he did, you could just swap
Did.
that. You could swap that.
Doesn't matter.
And it'd be the same story. It even will leave out the creepy implications of Sue falling in love with them, like she falls in love with everybody who comes around. Because like Reed's a cuck.
Exactly.
Reed's
I
a
mean,
cuck, man.
or you may understand a little bit more about Sue. I'm just just putting it out there.
Right, but
That's that term that people like to use, the cuck term. I hear
yeah,
that happens a lot with the Spider-Man news story. The fact that Mary Jane is with a character who also has kids. Like
yeah,
she's often called, or
it's in the
he's
latest.
often called a cuck because of that reason.
Yeah, it's
What
in
what,
the.
what does that mean?
All right, so a cuck is someone, and let me to be clear, Reed has been cucked by Namor for years. If you read any classic, I mean, the one of the classic fantastic.
That word cuck. What does that word cuck mean?
It means you stand by and watch as your lady gets, like King Kong by somebody else. Like basically, like Bluto comes in, takes your girl, and you sit there and watch, and
Okay. So it's like a kink.
yeah, well,
Okay.
it can be a kink. There's a kink for it, but it's all, but it can be a negative thing. Like you don't want to be cucked, right? So you could be cucked and not want it. And like Reed would get cucked all the time because he was always like the thing with Reed was, oh honey, she'll say something, right? He's like, oh that's fine, dear. Like I'm studying, the Dimension X. And then meanwhile, Namor's sitting there being like a sex pot. He's like, yeah, I know how to treat you, Sue. Even Doom's pulled that move a few times. Like it's like Sue.
I think they had a kink. I mean, like you can use that term, I suppose, but like they have a kink.
Oh yeah,
sure.
no. Mr. Fantastic's definitely into it. He's into it. But
I mean, he's into it. He has to
yeah,
be. So is Sue. Hardcore into it until she's not.
Yeah, she's like, oh my God, Reed,
come fix this problem. Come
some
fix this problem for me. They're doing too much. They're doing too much. But yeah, the Silver Surfer is possibly going to be in this movie, but like, we do know that Anya Taylor-Joy is going to be in this film, right?
Yes. So we know
you're going to go on a whole cuck trip, weren't you? You're going
no, you was like, what's that mean? You know what it means.
A roller cuckster. That's what you're about to say.
You know damn well what cuck means. We've been watching Will Smith.
Exactly what it means.
We've been watching Will Smith
get
cucked for like weeks now, months.
They have an open relationship. Like most people don't know this, but like Will Smith was dating Margot Robbie during that whole thing that she was doing.
Yeah, he's just very discreet, and
he is.
Unlike Jada, who's not, but
it's whatever.
It is what it is.
Kinks are kinks, man. Kinks are kinks.
And Mr. Fantastic, what? This last thing, and I'm gonna leave the kinky stuff alone. But Mr. Fantastic has like the kinkiest power of all time.
I mean, as we've heard in the Mallrats movie from Kevin Smith, I mean, like does everything stretch?
Right.
But yeah, for those of you who don't know, the Fantastic has the power like of elastic. He's so he's very stretchy, like Stretch Armstrong. For those who are dated, and I just put your age out there. So yeah, yeah. That's the story for this one here. Is that Anya Taylor-Joy is joining the Fantastic Four movie. So it seems like Marvel's putting like all their back eggs in a new basket, which is the first family, going a little bit backwards in my opinion when it comes to these characters. But you know what? It's all Kirby based, so it all came out when it came out. So like it can be however they wanted it to be, like Avengers first, then Fantastic Four, and let's see like the lineage of that. But we still had like the Kang Dynasty coming out as well. We just heard about the new director who's possibly joining this whole thing, and you still have Jonathan Majors, a part of this franchise as well, who got kind of a resurgence with the Loki 2 season. And there's no more murmurings about what happened in the past with Jonathan Majors. So I did also hear rumors about how they're going to be adjusting certain parts of Kang Dynasty, calling it just Kang, not making it a Kang Dynasty, not putting so much emphasis on Majors this go around. But the Kang movie is still coming. Major's still going to be inside of it. He's still going to be the main antagonist, and you're going to have Reed Richards as part of this, and Pedro Pascal. Like, so that's going to be one epic showing of actors going together at it inside this whole thing, and I'm really excited to see that. After me saying all that, Justin, I know you're a big MCU guy. What are your thoughts about seeing like a possible Kang, Pedro Pascal, Jonathan Majors go off in the MCU? Like, how's that look and sound to you?
That sounds awesome, but and everything you're saying sounds good, but is it going to happen? Because I heard the Jonathan Majors thing is still dubious. Like I'm still still kind of worried about that, even though he hasn't been proven guilty in court, nothing like that, and even the woman, like it's a lot of stuff going on with that.
It's a lot of stuff going on. It's hard to even talk about it because there's so much going on with it.
Because I heard that they were thinking about replacing Kang with Doom. Did you hear about that?
Right.
So
it could possibly happen.
Yeah, so like it's hard for me to get excited. No, I'm excited. Look, Jonathan Majors is one of my favorite actors in Hollywood. I would love to see him return. I would love to see him bounce off Pedro Pascal. That is dope. Mm-hmm. We all know in the comics the connections between Reed and Kang, so that would be really interesting. But not to pivot, because you say I love the MCU. Man, I'm more excited about the DC right now because we got a casting for Lex Luthor.
Right. Mr. Beast himself, formerly from the Ant-Man franchise, is now going to be portrayed
Nicholas Hoult
as Luthor.
Yep.
Yes. Thank you, Hoult. Yes.
Nicholas Hoult.
I just did a post about him, like, in his acting is stellar, man. Like you can't tell me like one movie or show that he's done in the past 5 years that like has not been stellar on his end. Like he has always brought like the cavalierness to any role that he does, and like I really hope they do like a pre-ball Luthor in this, and like give him some hair and like possibly have him lose it later on. Yeah, that's my whole goal for this. I get we're talking about something entirely different, like DC, but when you have two hosts, you get kind of like off track about what you're talking about. But like I'm with you.
We're talking about, but the thing about it, I feel like it was necessary because we're talking about casting, and we're talking about. Because I feel like there's going to be a paradigm. There's going to be a paradigm shift, D. Because our MCU's been on top for years, man, 10 years.
Yeah.
And I think now that they lost their special sauce, 10, really. Well, one of their special sauces, James Gunn, is over now with the Enemy, and this dude loves. This dude.
He says that respectfully.
This dude.
The Enemy.
This dude loves these characters. Both parties. He loves DC and Marvel. So I
wouldn't go that far. I don't know. I don't know about like that remains to be seen.
What?
I watched Peacemaker, and he said some disparaging things. He had his character say some disparaging things about Batman.
Okay, look.
Some parts of the DCU, including Aquaman. But I'm just saying
that was.
I'm just saying, like he put some tones that like is old school tropey, like hatred towards the characters. Like I'm not really.
But it was really. But it was that character. The reason why I let that slide is because that character is supposed to be, and those characters are supposed to be like
cringe.
Like and they would look at Batman like that. So there you go. But in terms of like someone who understands like heart in superhero movies and stuff like that, that's James Gunn, man. Like
I feel you. He does. He does. Like he misses a point in my view at times. Like the Guardians of the Galaxy was not to my liking, as I've stated multiple times. But I get the appeal behind it. So
So I think hopefully he could find like he'll find a middle ground because Brightburn is
Hmm.
awesome. Brightburn is amazing, and
You mentioned
that
that before, yeah.
yeah, Brightburn is dope, and he has a James Gunn has an edge to him. All right, so like, but like I said, he also has like that fantastical flair that I feel like Superman is gonna need. Superman does not need to be dark at all. Superman, this new Superman movie, I can't wait to see it. I love the casting already, and
Just to
Batman.
be clear though, like Brightburn was only produced by James Gunn. He didn't
Yeah,
direct it.
it was his brother who wrote and I forgot who the
Right,
director
Mark
was.
Gunn,
Yeah,
Brian
but
and Mark Gunn.
yeah,
Yeah,
but it's still like the
it was
same brain trust. You know what I
it
mean?
was it
Like
was it was David Yarvolsky. He was
yeah,
the one who directed this
yeah,
film. So
yeah,
yeah, just give everyone like context or everything.
yeah. But it's still like the same brain trust. You know what I mean? So like I don't know. I feel like the
Yeah.
DCU's in good hands. I think your boy Batman's in good hands, man. And then you
No,
and then look,
you
Matt
can't convince me
Reeves,
of that.
and then look, Matt Reeves already doing a good job with that one.
That's a whole different multiverse, but like he is doing
You
a good
know?
job with that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like I got a whole different like bag of feelings about that, man. But yeah, I did have another story that like, we got a first look about Furiosa, and like here's the other cool part about that is the Furiosa movie that's coming out. That's like attached to the Mad Max George Miller
Yeah, yeah,
franchise.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, Anya Taylor-Joy is also going to be in that as well. So it's a
Okay.
prequel to that Mad Max 3-year-old
Speaking of
movie
Nicholas
that we
Holt,
saw.
he was in Mad Max Fury Road.
He was in the first one. That's correct. Yeah. So this is like a prequel sequel that's going on here, and like as Anya Taylor-Joy is also. That's the only reason I even brought this up because she's also
Yeah,
going to be in that movie.
she's a hot
I didn't
girl
know
now.
about that.
She's hot. She's hot chick. You know.
Starting to look like it. She's very pretty. I'll say that first and foremost. She's very pretty. She has like a way about her acting because I've seen some of her roles
Hmm.
outside of like the Queen's Gambit, and like her acting has more of a. It can shapeshift on you, in my opinion. Like, she can be many different things and not get typecast in like to one type of role. So like I really do like her acting. So like I am excited to see what she does with these roles here. But it's I'm not excited about this movie. There, I'm not excited. I didn't want it to be. I didn't want it to be a prequel. I'm not excited about this movie. I'm not. Like
Wait,
Furiosa,
you're not excited about the Fantastic Four movie or the Superman movie?
the Furiosa movie.
You're not. I thought Fury Road was so good that it's a masterpiece. I thought.
Yes.
It was a masterpiece. It was George Miller just showing why we should have got that Justice League movie
The
directed by
Justice
him.
League movie. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you thought I wasn't gonna go there. Yeah, no.
I'm glad you did.
But yeah, George Miller, man, he's so talented. I'm tired of them bleeding the stone of things. Like that's why Scott Pilgrim is so good. This new Scott Pilgrim anime. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Just Blaze's recommendation for the week: Scott Pilgrim. Straight up, it's so good, and it does exactly what I want things to do when you're doing like I don't know, it's a follow up or you want to pay homage. Make something new. It told because we've had 3 versions of Scott Pilgrim. This gave us something different, but the same, but something different. Explore the ideas, explore different themes, not just like
And you feel that way with this Furiosa film, like it just like that's what's happening. It's been sucked from a stone.
yeah, like
It's like
Hunger
it's
Games
probably
just
too
did the
much.
same thing. With this whole and
Viola Davis,
I
right?
saw it. I saw it, and it was like the first 2 acts are like interesting, but then it just completely it loses its shit, and it's like, oh, we have to hurry up and get everything set up so like it lines up with the first, you know what I mean? It's right. The last act could have been its own movie. That's how I feel
Not
about
too
it.
bad.
You
Like
know,
I
I
do like
enjoyed
things
it,
like that because
but
I didn't watch like the news. This is like a whole different offset from what we were talking about completely earlier before. But I'm glad like you gave me an answer about Furiosa, and I did just watch the Lower Decks season finale, and I'm not going to give any spoilers, but like they are building something with a franchise like of Star Trek, and putting like not only the next generation, but also throwing some Voyager and even some
I
DS9
heard it's
into
really
the
good.
lore. It like they are going in a world like in a direction. This is season 4 I'm on, by the way. Like they're going in a direction with this that makes you think about Bruce Timm's DC animated universe. Like
How to
it gives you
connecting
that kind of
things.
like precognizance. Like okay, like you may have not intended this to happen, but this is working out perfectly for what you're trying to establish here, and it's all like now technically canon. Like you can't put Lower Decks into a category of Star Trek. Like you can't say Star Trek shows or movies without putting Lower Decks inside. Like you now officially have to put Lower Decks into the franchise that is Star Trek. And like this season blew my mind, point blank. Like this, if you haven't been watching Lower Decks, if you like animated shows, adult animated shows, I highly suggest that you check out Lower Decks and watch it to like its completion, which is now. It is a part of like the FTO awards, and I know like it's it was biasing me to put it in there, but like I thought the show was like it was one of the best animated shows of the season.
You know
That's
what?
not like my petition for you to vote for that. I'm just saying.
You're not the first person, D, to tell me that that show is really good. A bunch of people have suggested that I watch it because, especially Star Trek heads, and like,
You love it.
yeah,
I know you do. We had many talks about it.
yeah. And like that was a good comparison with what is it, the Bruce Timmerverse, like the interconnectivity and everything. So that's Trekkies.
I'm not you've heard those behind the scene comments. Like he mentions like we didn't plan any of this. It just happened.
Yeah. And you can see how that it kind of like organically happened, and then you had something special. Marvel kind of had something like that in the '90s too. I'm talking about that in my video as well. But it started
you mean in the comic books world, or
no,
you mean
no.
like
I'm talking about the animation world. It started with X-Men, the animated series, and then they made Spider-Man, and then I remember X-Men coming to Spider-Man show when
they
Spider-Man,
crossover.
yes, Spider-Man's going through his neogenic nightmare. I remember in part
Mm-hmm.
1 of 6, and he went to the X-Men to find a cure. And Fraxxra's like, "There's no cure for being a mutant." He's like, "Well," and Spider-Man's like, "Oh, I'm mad." Blah.
I mean, I always thought that he gave them the middle finger, like, "Oh yeah, well you better hold like when I do turn into this monster, I don't come after you."
Yeah. He
God.
was, man. Oh man,
you didn't say that.
But you had the Fantastic Four. They did a they did a like a
they
version
played
of,
up with Daredevil.
They did
in Iron Man, yeah.
They did a Secret Wars. You know what I'm saying? Like where Storm was,
that's right.
And Storm and
Storm they brought that cast there too, didn't they?
Yeah. They did. They used all the characters they already established in all the little Marvel cartoons they had.
Right.
And I remember at the time I didn't watch Iron Man, but I remember Iron Man had a cartoon. We had the mullet. And it's like Iron Man, and he had like,
but he was the same guy from the original cartoon show. Yeah.
The
'90s one.
And then that cartoon was weird. It had like War Machine,
CGI,
Iron Man,
ish kind of transformation.
Yeah, and it had like all these like C-list like Marvel characters that like I remember I used to see them on screen. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is
you mean like Hawkeye?
No, not even like words like Twist.
Hawkeye.
No, like
he talking about the West Coast Avengers, guys.
No, I'm talking about like if you watch this Iron Man cartoon, it's like these it's like super like D-list. I'm saying, man, like some of these characters.
Yes.
You will see on this show, but yeah, man, Marvel did it first though.
It was in the first season. Yeah.
Yeah, Marvel did it first, man. As far as like having that interconnected cartoon universe, but DC kicked everyone's ass.
I guess they had to do something first. So I guess they had to do something first. But just whatever. Yeah, because they steal everything else from DC. But you know what? they get one. That's why they don't do multiverse. That's why they only focus on time travel. But we are getting way off base this episode. My goodness. First episode is a doozy.
Yes.
We do have a few TV shows and movies to talk about. I did hear about the Godzilla -1, the Artful Dodger, and Fargo season 5. Any of those spike your interest?
Godzilla -1.
Everyone's talking about this right now.
Yes.
It just popped up like kaijus? Huh?
Yes.
Kaijus?
Yes. It's so did you see Shin Godzilla?
No, I haven't.
So Godzilla's kind of been like, especially in Japan. Well, you've seen the MonsterVerse we have over here, but in Japan, Godzilla's seeing sort of a renaissance as well, more so than even over here. And it started with Shin Godzilla, which is nightmare fuel. Shin Godzilla, I recommend that if you're into kaijus, into Godzilla, and you want something different, you want to actually be like kind of like disturbed by Godzilla again, watch it. Godzilla -1. If you want to be scared by Godzilla again, watch it. Like he's scary in this one.
And he hasn't been scary in a long time.
And this one's he's scary.
He's been intimidating.
And the way they did it though, like they made you, and it's quite simple concept. Just they got to make you care about the characters,
right?
And they did this time. Like Like, and it
It's hard
was
to do with a big force like Godzilla. It's not easy.
yeah, because like the
Put that out.
spectacle is like what people are generally there for, and they do it every now and then. The first movie does a really good job. The original Godzilla does a really good job of showing like the sheer chaos and sadness and the
I do
mayhem.
have some, I do have some information on it. It does of this recording. It comes out tomorrow. It comes out December 1st. It's directed by Takashi
Hmm.
Yamazaki, and it is distributed to Toho
Yep,
Co.
Toho.
And the budget was 15 million to make this. So
Yeah.
like I don't know where you wanted to put your expectations, but that is the budget
So like I
for the
said,
film.
I watched it through means, but it is,
Okay,
but it yeah, I highly like people should see it. It's Godzilla is scary in this thing, man. And like Shin Godzilla is horrifying, but not scary. Like it's Shin Godzilla makes you go like, oh my, like it makes your skin crawl, right? Because Godzilla
I
goes through
get
like
you.
transformations in that movie. It's really it's crazy. He starts off like it's like a larvae thing, and he's mutate. It's body horror basically. But this one, man, it's like Godzilla, man. He ain't your friend in this joint. You want him to die.
No.
Yeah,
All right, this is serious.
man.
Well, that's all we have for shows for the TV shows and movies. I did see a couple games, and I picked like games that did not fare well, like Gangs of Sherwood and Knuckle Sandwich. I have no idea what these games are. I think I got a synopsis for Gangs of Sherwood. Through the power of the Philosopher's Stone, the armies of the Sheriff of Nottingham are now stronger than ever, and the people of England has never been so oppressed. Ouch, that
All
sounds
right.
awful.
So this is like Robin Hood, Full Metal Alchemist. Like what the?
You should see the game for this. Like it looks intense.
Yeah.
And the next one is Knuckle Sandwich. Knuckle Sandwich is a turn-based RPG by Annie Broby. Get a job, beat up some monsters, and solve a mystery that's plaguing Bright City. It looks like from the same creator of the show everyone's talking about, based off the comic, based off the Scott Pilgrim. That thing.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Everyone's
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about
Yeah,
that.
Scott Pilgrim. Yep, yep, yep. That art style.
But yeah, that is all I got for games, TV shows, and everything else. Justin,
What about
what else you
let's
got
talk
for me?
about the Game of the Year nominees that they did announce because what is it? It's Spider-Man 2, Baldur's Gate 3,
Right?
Resident Evil 4, Tears of the Kingdom, Super Mario Wonder, and there's one more I'm missing. There's one
Alan
more.
Wake 2.
Alan Wake 2. Right. So what do you think? I just want your prediction. What do you think is gonna win?
I mean, let's be 100 about all this and like not pussyfoot around stuff. There's only one game that everyone's going to be saying is going to be the game of the year,
Hold up.
and they're going to be 100% correct.
Hold up. Before you say that, I'm gonna tell you what I wanted the Game of the Year to be.
Okay. Good to know. That's a good pause right now. I like that.
Okay.
Let us know. Well,
It's
what do you want to be game of the year?
well, first of all, it's not gonna be Mario. I know that. It's not gonna be Mario
No.
Wonder. That if that gets Game of the Year, that's bullshit. All right. Second, it's I want it to be Baldur's Gate 3. I think it's
See,
deserving.
that's
I think it's
that's
deserving.
pretty high on the list.
But
That's pretty high on the list.
and I loved
And we
Resident
know
Evil
what it's going to
4.
be.
Resident Evil 4 was great, but it's shouldn't be Game of the Year because it's like a rehash of a game that was already great.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So we know exactly what it's going to be, right? Like, so what are you? Come on, let's be fair. Let's come on. Let's have a conversation about this little nudge. What's going to be the game of the year? Come on.
it's
What do you
probably
think
gonna be
it's going to
it's
be?
probably gonna be Spider-Man.
Nah, it's not going to be Spider-Man.
Huh?
I refuse to believe that. If it's
Oh,
Spider-Man, I'll be angry.
I'll be
It's
angry
gonna
too.
be
I'll,
it's gonna
I'll
be
be
Zelda.
mad. I'll be mad if it's Spider-Man as well.
It's gonna be Zelda. Point blank.
Tears of the
Like it should
Kingdom.
be Baldur's Gate. It should be Baldur's Gate. It should be about things gonna be Zelda. I know I
I,
said something different on Table Cheese. If you guys like heard that episode, I think I've been thinking about it, having some fun with it. Given like the amount of fun that like majority of people had, I think it's gonna be Zelda.
all right, so this coming from somebody.
Infuriating or not?
This is coming from somebody who loved Breath of the Wild. That game is groundbreaking. I mean, it was a breath of fresh air. No pun intended. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It changed the Zelda formula. Um, it was just amazing, and it squeezed so much out of this very 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 weak hardware. But
Gotcha.
And Tears of the Kingdom, from what I played, is really it's even more, right? But what I'm saying is, for game of the year, Baldur's Gate gave us more, like, as far as an RPG, man.
Yeah,
Like, it deserves it, man. Like,
revolutionary. It's
it
revolutionary. I
it's
agree with you.
huge. That game's huge.
I think for the fun factor, it has to be Zelda. Like period. I just think like for the fun factor, for like the notability, for like the fact that like so many people got on it and like did real video game type things with that game. Like yeah, Baldur's Gate was good. The mechanics is phenomenal. But I think it's Zelda.
Yeah, it's look,
Like
this a great list of game of the year. Let's keep it.
yeah.
I think the only one that really doesn't deserve it, well, just really shouldn't win, is Spider-Man, and and Mario Wonder. Like, I think those should be far away from, like, the number one spot. Period. Um,
Justin, you're mean.
I mean, look, Mario
You're
Wonder is
just
a
mean.
fun game, but game of the year, it is not. It is just a
You
little
said
bit.
it.
It's just a little
Don't
bit of
don't
a
go.
more. They finally did something different with the 2D Mario form. They did, but it's not enough to, like, and it's better than Sonic Superstars. But
See, there you go. See, Justin, like he is saying stuff. I'm gonna give you guys his at the end of this.
at me, bro.
Whatever you have, whatever whatever grievances you have,
At me,
send
bro.
them to him. Don't. Yeah, you at him. Don't at FTO. You at this dude
At
Ray.
FCO.
No. Because he's saying some stuff that I would never say to video gamers. But you know what, Justin, you are outside the box kind of guy, and I appreciate. That's why you're here on the show, man.
Hey, man, I gotta say what the people really want to hear.
Okay. You killed me. All right. This is a good show. I have fun with this.
Yeah,
I wish
yeah.
it could have been longer, but like time was a crunch, and like the technical support
Yeah.
we had with this was
Yeah.
non-existent. It was just us just looking at screwdrivers and trying to figure out how to work this whole internet thing. So
using
you know what?
using
Hey, it's
coat
whatever.
hangers. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Like,
We'll get it. We'll get it eventually, right?
right.
Justin, what do you want to tell folks? Like a good sign off, like you want to say to people before we shuffle on out of here and give our social media.
All right, well, man, this was a great first show. I'm looking forward to doing this every week. So you guys tune in. We're gonna edit and chop this video up, but this was a good first run. I think this was a really
It
good
was.
first run. This is a lot of fun. It's got me so psyched because I got to make a video right after this. So, like, I needed this, like, jolt of energy. So, like, now I can go and talk about
He's going
Spider-Man.
plus ultra. He's going plus ultra.
Plus ultra, yes.
He's definitely going plus ultra right now. I got him laughing finally. Took me a second.
It took an anime reference, you know.
See, yeah, he'd been having that wall up this entire episode. I got it out of him. There we go. Where can people find you, man?
Man, y'all can find me on Instagram at JustinBlaze Art. You can also find me on YouTube, JustinBlaze Art. Like, subscribe to the videos I have up there. There'll be more content coming. Also, you can find me on DeviantArt under JustinBlaze Art. You can find me on Pinterest, JustinBlaze Art everywhere. JustinBlaze Art everywhere. But definitely check out my YouTube. Not everywhere.
Don't look for him. Don't look for him on Discord because that would be a hassle.
That'd be a nightmare.
So,
you gotta, like, have hashtags and numbers and do, like, it's almost like a Nintendo Switch friend code. You know how, like, they made it so hard.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Like, it's like, yo, you wanna be friends on Switch? Sure, man. One dot.
How do we do that?
547 triangle, like what? @ sign?
Is there a share button I can just say? I don't know.
Underscore.
I don't like any of this. Just streamline it to me.
But yeah.
And I am D of FTO Nerd Talk. I just want to say to all of you, this is going to be a fun 2024. The FTO awards are creeping up December 8th. Make sure you vote. You can vote as many times as you want. I know I said that last episode, and like a lot of you like went at it. Like, hey, you guys went out so much, my link tree went up a notch. I didn't know that was possible to upgrade your link tree to like a different status. Who knew? There's 4 pillars on Linktree that more people can see your stuff now. So there you go. Thanks, Linktree.
There you go.
I know. That's something. Whatever. All right, right on. But yeah, make sure you guys check out all the stuff that's out there. Talk to your people. My word of the year for 2024 is going to be understanding. I get it, could just be understand, but it's gonna be understanding because that's what I'm gonna be doing, trying to understand this stuff. My word last year, if most of you remember, was monolith. That has got me into trouble this year. Let's see what understanding does. It's whatever. But this is this is a whole long story, Justin. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be a fun year this year. We got a lot of stuff to talk about next year. We're gonna restructure some stuff. The intro is gonna be staying the same because Corkless Wonder, my goodness, man, your music is unstoppable. This is D of FTO Nerd Talk.
And this is Justin of JustinBlaze Art and FTO Nerd Talk. I'm a part of this crew now, so you know.
Right on.
There we go.
Until next time, you guys take it easy.
All right, man. Peace out, y'all.
Hey guys, D here of FTO Nerd Talk. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, tell your friends about FTO Nerd Talk. Got a lot of different shows for all of you. Make sure you tune in every week for a brand new episode. Take it easy.